Hey everybody, it's Julie with Paradigm Interiors. Today I'm talking about window treatments. What do they do? What do they not do? Their decoration and their function and blackouts and liners, just to give you some idea of, some different things that you can do with window treatments. And I'm going to show you the fabrics that we're going to be using on our window treatments here at the Lampe house as we proceed with the renovations and decorating projects. So first of all, what are the different liners and backing that you can put on a window treatment? So I'm sure you probably have all heard of blackout. Blackout is a particular fabric. It usually has got some type of plastic on it, and that is what blocks out the light in a blackout. And I have blackout, and I'm gonna hold it up and flip the camera around so that you can see, just how much light comes through in a blackout curtain. So this is blackout in front of my face, but because I am in front of the light for my face, I'm gonna flip the camera around and I'm gonna hold the blackout. Hey Lacey, thanks for popping in. I'm gonna hold the blackout in front of the light so you can see how much light that actually does black out. So you can see there's really no light coming through the window treatment, which is pretty cool. And that helps a lot when you want to do to really darken a room. So in your bedroom is a really good place to have a blackout curtain. Now the thing about blackout is that they're only as good as their installation and as the construction of your house. So if you don't know, there's no such thing as a 90-degree angle on a window. There's always gonna be some error in construction. It's normal. That's a variance of, a quarter inch, a half an inch, sometimes even 3/4 of an inch from the different measurements. So when we measure for window treatments, we want to measure across the top, across the middle, and across the bottom of the window, and then across each side lengthwise from the middle. So you're going to do the left side, the middle, and the right side vertically on the window. And you're going to find that on your windows that those measurements are not going to be the same. And when you mount something like a Roman shade or a roller shade, you're always going to want to use the smallest number to do that. Well, if you use the smallest number, what you're going to find is that there's a tiny little gap on either side, and most of the time it's not noticeable. But if you're looking for complete blackout, then you're not going to want to do an inside mount. You're going to want to either mount it inside of a track, or you're going to do an outside mount with panels on either side, and that will help you complete that blackout look. We're not really going for blackout in our bedroom. We just kind of want to darken the room quite a bit. So we're going to use a blackout lining on one of our window treatments in our house. It's not necessary on every window treatment either. Some windows, like this window behind me, our big giant window here, we actually want light to come through that window in this house. We enjoy the light in that window. So we want there to be some sun protection for heat. So we're going to be using these. They look like natural woven. It almost looks like grass cloth, but it's actually made of polyester and polypropylene, which will actually work better in our harsh Florida sun than a natural bamboo would. So I'm going to hold it on the other side, and you can see how much light comes through on this one. So you can see it actually has quite a bit of light through it, so we'll get some light in the evening, but because of the polyester and the polypropylene will actually help us protect from the heat transfer coming from outside. And that's one of the disadvantages of having a west-facing window, is in the afternoon it gets really hot. So if I'm sitting on the couch doing some work on my computer, my neck starts to get, my redneckiness starts to come out really. The other thing that you can use is just a regular liner. So you can see this is just a cotton fabric. It's got a little bit of a nap on it. And then there's another fabric that's called an interliner that's kind of fuzzy like the outside of this fabric. And you put it in between your fabric and the liner of the fabric, and that will help with also sun transfer, light transfer. So you can use something like this on a window to help, especially like on the back of a Roman shade or soft window treatments that you're using fabric. So this is the liner that we're going to be using for most of our window treatments. And then this is the fabric that we're going to be using. So it's a nice linen. And another thing it does, the liner, is it helps protect the fabric. So linen is kind of sensitive to the sun, and it can degrade over time if you don't have a good liner on the back side of it. So you want to make sure that you back your treatments, or that your window treatment professional is backing with some type of liner on it. So when you double these up, you do get some light blocking, and it will darken the room a little bit, but it won't darken it completely. So I'm going to show you this one. So you can see that there's some light coming through there, more light than we saw with the blackout, obviously, but still a little bit less than if we just had the linen by itself. So that's the linen by itself, and you can see there's a lot of light. You can almost see the window behind it in that one. So those are the treatments that we're using, and we're going to be using the curtains in conjunction with the natural woven, which is actually not natural. It's polyester and polypropylene window treatment to help with the sun and just to be decorative, because drapes, our panels in here are going to be drapes that are just still. In our bedroom, we're actually going to have functional drapes so that we can block the light out. But if you just want something for decoration, you're going to want to just do stationary panels. It's a lot less expensive than trying to cover a window like the one that I have in front of me that's 12 feet wide. If you have a 12-foot wide window, you need about 4 or 5 widths minimum of fabric to even begin to cover that window. The other thing that we're going to do as decoration is we're going to be using some binding tape on the edges. And so I went today to my favorite textile vendor and picked out several binding tapes. So here's this one. I like this one a lot. I like the shape in it. Here's another one. You can see my spa blues in here. Another nice pattern. And then this is the one that I'm gonna use for some pillows. I love that it's got this little bead. I think that's too delicate for a window treatment that might be touched a lot. And then I've got some others in books. I mean, they come in big, huge binders like this where you can pick lots of different ones. But they have a whole page of my spa blue here that I get to decide on what I like. I like this one for pillows too. I think it's kind of neat. Got a little bit of mohair, and this one with the studs on it's pretty awesome as well. So I might use that one too. We'll see. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to look at these, compare them with some of the pillow fabrics and accent fabrics that I've chosen, and the fabric that I picked for the open frame Danish modern sofa that is coming on Monday. So I'm excited. I'll be showing you guys that on Monday for sure. I haven't been recording videos on Monday, but this coming Monday I will definitely have a video to show the sofa if it gets here before nighttime. So happy Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm looking forward to the weekend. We're going to the beach tomorrow, so I'll be recording a video before we leave. So have a great Thursday evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.